Guys, welcome back to Lyfelinez Podcast. Got a regular visitor and someone's turned into a bit of a good friend now, Dan Holder. Only over in Chester. Those who hadn't seen when he was last on, he did something called the Arctic Spine Race. So if you haven't seen it, fucking hit stop and go and find it. It's really good. It's worth watching. So some of the stuff we'll catch up today. A little bit understand what he's been doing since. Share any training tips and things. After all, if it's the first time you find us, Lyfelinez is a health and wellness brand. This is a health and wellness podcast. I just love anything that's to do with health, wellness, mental, physical, biological, longevity. We've just been talking about off camera quite a bit. There's some news to come on that. So, yes, if you've got people who are interested in this stuff, do share the podcast. If you would like to be a guest and you've got something topical to talk about, that could be anything from sleep to supplements to training to, I mean, we had someone on there who was trying to debunk the idea of calories, which is a fucking crazy one. But Dan, mate, good to have you back. How are you?
Yeah, I'm scared about that calories talk.
Oh, mate, I'll send you the link. It's like, well, I know two people have written papers on it now that completely debunk the idea of how we categorize calories.
Yeah.
Like the measurement of burning's bollocks, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, that probably makes sense, to be fair.
100%.
But I am someone that just throws in as much as humanly possible.
But so for those who wouldn't have seen what you've been doing, mate, what was, you've just done the Arctic Spine Race.
Yeah, so 293 miles in the Arctic.
On your own.
And I was burning, so I was taking on 5,500 to 6,000 calories a day, but I lost just over 11 kilos in the 9 days. So
by this point, Tom will have put up a B-roll because it's, if you haven't, yes, 293 miles, tow in, what do you call it?
40 kilo pulk.
Pulk.
Sled, basically.
Sled. Well, you're supposed to have skis on, but you just decided to take them off.
yeah, my feet were fucked, so.
I thought walk.
Yeah, just stomped it out, basically. But what I was interested with was that I lost all that weight.
Yeah.
So I was 73 kilo. I went out as 84, came back as 73.
Yeah.
And now I was eating about 7,000 calories a day when I got back for at least 3 weeks.
And
I was still burning.
Yeah.
My body was still burning off.
Fascinating.
'Cause I must have eaten up so much of my fat reserves.
Yeah.
But I planned on eating a bit more during when I was out there.
Yeah, but and as well, just not
difficult.
You'd have fired up your metabolism to a fucking other level.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and it was really strange.
Yeah, I bet.
I hadn't felt like that in a long time since when I used to race like marathons properly.
Or when you did beat up and stuff, or when you were...
Yeah, or when you're like a long time into an exercise in the Marines or something like that, when you're carrying big weight. It's not quite the same though, I don't think, but...
No, you've got reduction in...
Or war, actually, I would say you're probably close to that, because the patrols were super heavy, long, hot. You're burning off a lot.
Yeah. Do you reckon the altitude out there had much?
There was no altitude, really.
So there's no altitude up there, even though you're in the Arctic Spine.
No,
right?
And if there was, I wouldn't have done so well. That's like my kryptonite altitude. It's not, I just need to be careful. Yeah, because I've almost killed myself on a few.
Oh, you have, yeah. Well, before we get into that then, so what's life looked like since you got back? So what an interesting stat about your food, but...
Yeah, so I've been smashing loads of food. I went to Tenerife. We just took it easy, which is super rare. That's like chill. We went on a couple of runs, did a bit of swimming.
Yeah,
that was it. And just eating and I don't drink, so
yeah,
so it's just eating, swimming, having a nice time, and that was it. Mentally, I have found it tough.
Go on.
I had some issues with some like electric services, for example, to my office,
right?
Which has been like an issue with the provider. Like, we all know service providers are a nightmare,
dog shit,
almost criminal. I would say.
Massively criminal.
And me and the landlord have been dealing with that, and that stressed me out way more than I would normally. And I think it's because I've taken a lot out of myself on the race. So I've had to check in with myself.
So the battery's not recharged fully yet?
I think it is now.
Okay.
I've started running properly again. But it's taken...
What's that, 6 weeks?
Yeah, 6 weeks. It's taken a good lump of time
So
to get me back.
If it's the first time you're watching this, just to give a recap, 6 weeks, still, I think, and I'm not a fucking doctor or anything or medically trained, so it's a bit like thumb in the air. 293 miles, 9 days on your own, limited food, no real contact with the outside world. 11th, the equivalent of climbing the Eiffel Tower 11 times.
Yeah, me and the missus laugh about that. I mean, where did that come from?
Did we Google that? Tom, did you Google it? Did we Google the height elevation?
We were like, who came up with the Eiffel Tower 11 times?
You asked, I think it would be ChatGPT.
Okay.
We always got taught when we were doing things.
To
like 4 blue whales.
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower's bigger.
Yeah.
So
it's 95 football pitches.
Yeah. And it would have been minus 40 at some point.
Yeah.
With 40-mile-per-hour winds. So that will give you an idea of what's just been done.
Yeah, the weather was actually pretty good, I think. It was just cold.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah. It was very cold.
Real cold.
Yeah.
So 6 weeks back then, still been doing a bit of training, feeling good.
Yeah, works. I've been pushing on with work.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so podcast started yesterday. It's taken me a bit of time to get around the tech side of things because
it's easy.
It's not my domain. Yeah, it's easy for you because you got a wizard.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue.
So I've been getting help with that.
And what? So, I mean, the setup looks great, mate. Tom will flash some stuff up, but some investments, significant investment to get.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I just wanted to do it a bit like you. I wanted to do it properly from the outset.
Make the massive difference, mate.
Yeah, it's just also, I think the people who are coming in to see me and sit down, the point of my podcast is to share inspirational stories so my clients can learn from it or at least something relatable. And if someone's traveling to see me, I don't want them to come in and then me be like, well, here's your shitty video and here's a little bit of crap audio. I think I owe it to them for the fact that they're happy to come down and see me.
Yeah, agree.
So,
because it's got quite a fucking, I've got a podcast, you do some Zoom calls and record them. Come on.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, and that does work.
It does.
But I wanted to give them something back as well, which I think is a really important thing.
I also, so let's think of that, and that, because I could have sounded a bit of a toss on that, I don't really care anyway, but I believe we should be striving to do this, because it is a bit, the entry for making podcast, it'll be like anything, I believe. You get null and numb to things, so as someone enjoys podcasts now, fucking say we've met, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm on the side of the fence where, mate, you'll take it sounds a little bit negative as a shitty Zoom podcast, cool. But because I'd like to consider now that we should be looking to raise the bar. It's nice you've got someone who's just coming in here. Because most of these people are doing that, they're not that interested in it. They're more just what they can get out of it. Rather than perfecting the craft a little bit and then making the experience better. And then what we're really trying to do is create content that's easy to watch, enjoyable to watch, either funny or people learn from stuff.
Exactly.
What we've always getting now, and it's quite nice now, I've been fucking doing it for 2 years. Still not saying we've still not got a huge following, but we're starting to get nice comments about, it's easy to watch because it's well edited. So I think you're doing the right thing, mate. And also when the guests come, it is like...
Yeah, and I've got like a good pool of people who are already keen to come on and stuff like that, and some interesting things.
You could be the new Sean Ryan.
No, I actually don't. It's hard not to when you come from my background to go down that road.
I bet.
But I also don't think that is that useful. Personally, I do.
So,
I personally don't mind shit dits now and then.
Yeah.
But there's only so many special forces operators I can listen to about what they've been up to.
Yeah.
Like, but then I'm not, and also my client.
I love
my
it,
client.
mate. Yeah. Stop people
love it.
Yeah,
people love it, and
because you're used to it,
and I understand it.
Yeah.
Why people love it.
Yeah.
But that's not the point of me doing the podcast. The point of me doing the podcast is to hopefully have some relatable content, which, bringing in a J dam on a building, or like cooling in air, or doing some CQB doesn't really relate to, someone
struggling. So let's go.
Or struggling, or running a business, or
or wanting to get some benefits. So let's, for people who don't know, walk them through what your coaching business is about.
Yeah. So I retrained in positive psychology and alcohol removal, which may as well be called alcohol and cocaine removal, because every single client I have is normally alcohol and cocaine, and the associated issues with that. And my positive psychology coaching is mainly about helping people improve in small steps, but to make big change in the long term. So it's taken through a systematic. It's very individual, though, is what I would say. So it's not like you come in and you just get given a one size fits all program. It's very individual because everyone's different, and you've got different reasons for being there. So because of that, I have a bit of a mix of people. So I've got some CEOs of like tech firms who are, they're really interesting people. They're like sponges. They just want more and more information. They do all the homework they do, and they're just like want to go. And then you've got people who are really struggling, either in relationships or with children or like smaller businesses, and can't see where the money's coming from, which is a normal issue for lots of people. And then that's about making the small steps and improving in aspects of your life. And that might be fitness, improving relationships, spirituality. I talk to a lot of people about spirituality and starting to realize why they're doing things. And normally your past is associated with what's happening to you now. So a lot of it's about awareness. So I work on awareness first. Then we work on your resilience, doing hard things. And we start hitting some goals and then committing to it.
And you're living, breathing example of probably
I practice what I preach. For sure. And like those races, the races I do a lot of mental training, and I use my own stuff to do the mental training for it, and that's normally where I shine. Because whatever you do the most, you normally do best at. And I do a lot of mental training. Then in May I start EMDR training, because I have a lot of people contact me saying, Dan, do you do therapy? Now I do mental health work with people, but I'm not like clinically trained in it. And I start being clinically trained in May. So by the end of the year, I should be EMDR trained, which is, originally it was just for PTSD, but you can actually use it for lots of things. So I think that's with that and my positive psychology work, I think it's going to be an amazing tool across the board. Where people can actually work with someone who's actually got life experience of different things, but also it's not just getting you up to like 0 in the therapy space where you feel really shit and you're just getting to a baseline. I can then help you bring them on as well, which I think makes us a bit different.
Massive. And then the podcast piece, and this is probably the full circle of it, it's a bit why I do mine, that generally supports your business interests and the value piece there, right?
I just wanted to provide some value for my clients. So I send out a weekly newsletter. People send me their email, I whack them on that. And in that weekly newsletter, I normally I've been on a podcast and I reference like your podcast if I'm on here. And then if they want to, they can have a listen and see what's going on, see what we're up to. And I think the podcast, because I can get in people with inspirational stories, if there's something there for some of them, it's going to help.
Two birds, one stone.
They might not want to pay to work with me. They just might want to listen and, get some knowledge, which is what I want to do.
It's the core of the business.
Just transfer. Everyone's got a story, haven't they? And
some better than others.
Maybe. But it's important for people to realise that, you're not the only one who's struggling or been through this or...
We talked about this yesterday, mate. With a girlfriend about she's got a 16-year-old daughter. I was literally in the army then, and there's nothing to put out. I was still a pussy. I was crying. I remember crying on the station. I didn't want to go and go, really, if I'm honest. I'll sit here and say it now, and I was a fucking pussy. Do you know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that.
I could just run. So I'm not saying when I say this, but if I just think now the level of and I generally believe this, is just we can't get away from the fact that hard things build character and make you resilient. There's no cheat code to it.
To build it, you have to do hard things. That doesn't mean doing ridiculous hard things,
because the hard changes, I think, doesn't it?
As time goes on, and that's why I've ended up where I am.
But it's just the piece, let's call it uncomfortableness. And I just, I always find it fascinating, especially when dealing with mothers, like, I'm not a fucking parent, so I'm not even going to sit here and pretend I do know. But the maternal instinct must be like extremely heightened.
Oh god, yeah.
But then where does the line stop between, maternal instinct, care, nurture, which fucking is essential, versus it becomes fucking its own problem?
Yeah.
I think it's quite fascinating.
Yeah, the crossover.
Yeah. And I think that generally, that never stops, right?
No.
And also, where does
it's a
stop?
balance, isn't it?
Yeah, but then where does it stop when we do continue hard shit and we become our own toxic problem?
Yeah, but that's one of the awareness pieces. So I won't do... So last year, for example, a DNF 200 milers, right? I had a bad back and I just really wanted to do it.
This, yeah.
I really wanted to do it.
Couldn't be more unhelpful.
But why?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have a proper why to do it. I did for the Arctic race. I knew exactly why I wanted to do it.
Look at the result.
Yes.
Very planned, very organised.
But the problem is, when I got to, it was like 78 or 80 miles on one of the 100 milers, right? I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, why are you here, bro? Like, my legs are barely working. I'm like hanging off my poles. I'm like, like what? And literally, like,
and injured.
And I spoke to a guy the other day who DNF'd 100 miler. I said, you need to work out your why. And he was like, I really do need to work out my why. He was like, and this is God's honest truth. He's like, I'm just doing it, I want the kids to be proud of me and that. And I was like, do they know the difference between a 10K and 100 miles? He's like, absolutely
Park run,
not.
Mate, 5K, I look good.
I was like, you are a hero to them, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need, if you don't have a proper why, it's easy to quit.
Yeah. But also, you talk about, what's the injury piece there? You can't go make an injury back.
Yeah, that was dumb, yeah.
That's when between as you say, and that, but then how fascinating, I start with an example of like, a young teenager just try and find their way and that, and then we're still as adults, as men, on the other extreme.
But none of us are perfect.
No, exactly.
Far from it.
But I think, and for me, it's the conversations consistently, the reflection, the ability to find nostalgia in it.
Yeah.
Because some people, and this is the piece that happened again the other day, driving somewhere, made a move in a car, and what the fuck are you doing? Don't realise, to a sensitive person, it sounds kind of rude.
Yeah.
And then they're on the thing, like, all backs up, and I'm like, it's like, then we got into the subject of dark humour. You're like, it's not sensitive, I'm just kind of pointing out, like, it's a bit funny. I just thought it was funny. Well, I feel stupid. I didn't mean to make you feel stupid, but now look at it's funny. Well, I suppose it is. Yeah, how much easier is that to deal with now?
Yeah.
It's such a weird...
Whack some humour on it.
Yeah, man, all the time. So 7, we've talked about the eating piece. We've talked about a big shift in your personal training focus is heat.
Yeah. So
moving into the summer and there's a big race.
Yeah, so I really suffer in the heat. Big sweater. And clearly, and my missus will be like, here he goes again. I run super hot.
Yeah.
There's a reason I was fine at minus 38, minus 40.
Yeah.
Like, because I am a hot dude.
Yeah.
Like, I get hot. You whack these on me and I'm burning up. Like, sitting here is why I wore shorts today. But so that comes with the problems. So I've started training harder than I normally do to get hotter. Yeah. I'm trying to get my body used to it. And that includes...
Do you do saunas and stuff or not?
No, and I think I should.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Basically, the gym near my office has been having a massive refit.
Fine.
And it's starting up again in May. And
I've noticed massive
stuff. So I know I need to. And honestly, I go in a minute and I'm like, I'm getting out of here. Like, panic's setting in. I'm fucking
really?
I'm not good. Like,
mate, I can't wait to see this. So off the back of it, though, you've got, and for those watching, you've got a real focus in hydration.
Yes.
Electrolytes.
Yes.
Like, fit as you want.
Yeah, but I've also gone the other way where I've overdone it before and like thrown up everywhere. So so there is a proper balance. I had testing. I got a rough idea of what I need to have on a hot day, per hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is great, and I'll just stick kind of to that. But so I'm upping my heart rate in my racing.
Yeah.
Or in my running. Sorry, in my training.
Yeah.
Doing a couple of half marathons. Where I'm going to go hard, just to get the engine.
What's hard for you? What pace you're hitting there?
I want to do like 130-ish.
Yeah.
That's going to be a struggle though, because I'm really slow now.
Yeah,
because I've
really
been training
130.
I think I'll struggle.
Coach.
I think the likelihood is.
I know what you mean.
I mean, it's like 3 weeks away, and I've only just started training. So if I do 140, I'm not going to be upset.
Yeah.
Like,
but the premise is testing, and I guess we've got.
Everything I'm doing is testing. Yeah.
So for those who aren't watching this is a bit of a plug, but fuck it, it's my podcast anyway. But this is what you've been using.
No, but that's good, yeah.
So endure. Yeah. So you talked about the fact. So not only is we designed it as a lactic acid buffer, there was a good brand. This is just better. So we just improved it. There's no point bringing out the same. But you talked about that piece where you're trying to take on liquid and sick. Yes. Not necessarily content of fluid.
Tabs are good, yeah.
Tabs. Yeah. So, if you're interested in these, we'll put a little link up. Just reach out to Dan. I'm not, obviously, it's good to push these, promote them, but you've been using them. My focus was to design something that's useful. Great to look at something.
Yeah, and I only do, when I train for big races, I only do a couple of weeks where I do 100-mile weeks.
Right.
I've been using that and I've had 0 cramp. So, but now it's getting hotter. The plan is for me to test it out, double the dose.
Which we'll know.
Yeah, which we'll know once I've got this.
There's some more then.
Hey, thanks, mate. I go through them like wildfire. So.
Yeah. And so, mate, what does this come on to? You're doing 200
So race across Scotland.
Yeah.
In August, 215 miles. It's from West Coast to the East Coast. GB Ultras or UK Ultras race. Right. I think it's GB Ultras.
How many people enter it?
It's quite a big race, actually. I didn't realise there's quite a few hundred people doing it.
It's not like yours was the last Arctic one, 7.
No, and obviously, I mean, there's still a lot of logistics and issues, but it's easier than going to northern Sweden in the middle of nowhere.
You're not having a pulk either. You're not pulling a pulk.
No, not pulling a pulk. It's like proper running, but it'd be hard. Like
it'd be fucking really hard.
Yeah, 215 miles is no joke. I think there's 7,500 meters of elevation, which isn't as much as the Arctic Spine either, but it's still running for that period of time is hard. Yeah. And the time frame. So I think the minimum cutoff. The cut-offs are really, you've got to be doing minimum 50 miles a day. So, yeah.
So it's 5 days? Oh, 4 days?
4 days, yeah.
Just over?
Yeah, I think the cut-offs, yeah.
Fucking what? You had 9 days to do 293. Oh, no, it's another thing.
Yeah, but I was dragging 40 kilos and the snow was like meters deep.
50 miles a day?
Yeah, 50 miles a day running.
Nah.
Nah.
Give us a bike.
Yeah, but I mean... Like I can't remember his name.
That's not much sleep either.
The guy that just won Chester 100 has got he got the record for it. 15 hours, 100 miles. Wild. Hold on. 15 hours. Yeah. The math's gonna kill you. It's quick.
Jesus Christ.
15 hours. So he's got the record for race across Scotland,
which is.
I don't know. I think it might be 48 hours. It's something incredible.
No sleep?
Yeah, I doubt he slept. He would have just hammered through. So obviously I'm going to be nowhere near that.
No.
And there's no point in pretending.
No. So what's the feat? Come on, let's talk about the why all the time. Where's the why for this one?
Wow, this is the awkward thing. Because I was supposed to do it last year.
Yeah.
But I was injured, so I didn't do it.
Fine.
And the why for it before was to train for the Arctic Spine. And now I've done the Arctic Spine.
So you got to do it again. So
I'm still doing the race. so I'm doing the race without the reason that I originally had. However, I like an A to B. I like to do something that's moving from one place to another. And I like to have a goal. And the race interests me. Because I would like to just stay ahead of the cut-offs by a bit, get to halfway, and then push on if I feel really good.
So walk me through this, because I talked about this. I'd like to have the hydration station, mate, running logistics. What does the logistics look? Is it fully supported with the
It's just
race
got
organisers?
No, and...
or you got a support
What do you mean
team?
by fully supported?
Like, have you got a support team? Like, how's it? Obviously, you went out to the Arctic.
I'm planning... I know my mum and that live in Scotland, so they'll probably come down and watch me. Maybe see me at a couple of checkpoints, but I haven't worked out all the logistics yet. But I do plan on doing it as self-supported as possible.
Doesn't surprise
So carry... Only because I just don't want to put people out.
Yeah,
it's a long way a long distance to go, and it takes a lot. If you're being supported by someone going the whole way, I reckon that's worse. Like, well, you've got to drive. You've got to drive and not sleep, barely sleep.
Yeah,
and you're for those days.
Yeah,
I prefer to be running it.
Right. I wouldn't. I just drive really fast and sleep for an hour in the back of the van.
Yeah, true. You could.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
So we'll try and chat off camera about that, because I think that'd be cool. We could create a bit of a content piece.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race, and I'm gonna push on with my training.
Yeah. Using
the Endure, see how I get on. I do marathons back to back to train.
I was going to say, what's the program? Is there?
Yeah, so mainly long runs, one fast run a week. I strength train after every run in the field opposite my house. All body weight. I don't lift weights at all. So I do press ups, chin ups, squats, all that stuff after every run. Then only for like half hour, but that accumulates. Mm-hmm. Train pretty much every day, 6 days a week, a run. I'm going to be doing probably 40 to 60 miles a week. In about 2 weeks' time, I'll start ramping up the miles. I'll be doing that. Then I'll have 2 weeks of 100-mile weeks where I'll do back-to-back marathons. And then I'll just ramp it down from there and just stay strong.
Back-to-back marathons in the training, fucking...
Yeah, but it's how you make sure your legs are strong.
I know what I mean. Yeah, you've got to.
You have to do back-to-back days, and they have to be big.
From a normal person, you sit here and your marathon's fucking... And then you realise this is we talked about it before, it's the next level, and it's like, well, actually, marathons become part of training blocks when you're pushing multiple 100-mile.
However, I do believe... And this might upset some people if they're not okay with themselves, but I do believe that a lot of ultra runners are just using it as an excuse to get away from the short stuff, which is way more painful.
It's just painful. You keep I'd half agree, mate. I try to do 5Ks and stuff now.
It's like, I do ultras, and you're like, okay. But that zone 2 running when your heart rate's at 130 for 24 hours, to be honest, is easier than me going and doing a park run at 18 minutes.
Do you think that's to do with our age, though? A little bit.
No, because I can do it. If I just trained for the 5K, I'll get quicker and quicker, but the pain stays the same. Yeah. And it is an absolute ball ache.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
The same as racing a 10K for me, or the half marathon I've got coming up. I'm genuinely like, like the thought of it. I know how painful it is because I used to race when I was younger. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, for anyone watching this, you were doing like you could do 2.5, 2:40.
Yeah, 2:36. Yeah, it was
that's a full marathon. So you've got pedigree. That's the interesting piece. We both know, mate.
I don't have that pedigree now though. And that's what I mean. The short stuff's like to train for it and be good. Yeah, I think everyone's run into ultras a lot. And like, I'm doing, and ultras are great. I'm doing them. Like, I know. But my mates that run short stuff are as impressive, if not more impressive.
Yeah, I've got that.
And if they wanted to go and do ultras, and they toned it down a bit, they'd be phenomenal. Yeah.
And look, for me, let's just look at any of this. All the variations I talked about the other day. It's great to see. There's never been more access and options for doing fucking exercise. Yeah, I agree. Vast. Do you know what I mean? I think it's so good. I caught a Chris Williamson clip on the way this morning, like how Gen Z's pretty much written off drinking as well. Whereas I still enjoy a drink, still know it's not good. You're on the other side of it. When you start to look at it really, I think Graham Hancock said it. Fucking world will endorse drinking and alienate psychedelics, and you're like, that's a fucking great point.
But that's yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, one opens your mind and works things out, and one suppresses you. Yeah. So it's
agreed.
I mean, drink can do all sorts, depends on what you're drinking. Yeah. But psychedelics, like.
But the fundamental, we both, it's like, it's crazy to hear someone position it quite as, has there anyone ever died? No one's even died from a mushroom or anything. And I mean, just look at
eating the wrong one.
Maybe shit choice of food.
Yeah,
but,
fly Garrick or something that was not right,
But, and then the impact on booze, which is fascinating. So, race to Scotland. Do we know any stats on it? We'll find some.
215 miles, 7,500 metres of elevation.
That's it. And where are you crossing?
Let's go.
Is it the one? Let's have a little. Go on, send it.
So
me,
it's
'cause we can
from
put it up.
it's from
Let me have a look while you tell me.
it's from Port Patrick
Port-
on the west coast to Cockburn's Path on the east.
Port Patrick.
And you got 100 hours to complete the course.
There we are then.
There you go. 100-hour time limit. It's nice. It's quite everything's
Fucking hell.
big round numbers. It looks quite good on the map though.
Port Patrick to where?
Cockburn.
Is that
It's
near
a southern.
Stranraer?
It's the
Yeah, southern
the
Scotland.
Southern Upland Way. I think is the
Yeah,
name
it is.
of the
It's just
route.
flashed up here.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It
it's
looks
just
like
south
a
of-
great race, and that's the reason I wanted to do it.
There's only
is it-
one road that goes through it. It's the M6. Is it the M6? No. My eyesight. Oh no, an A4. No, sorry, A47. That's the top. Fucking hell, yeah. Mate, that'd be great. So just north
and
of
also
Dumfries.
it's beautiful. You know that
It looks insane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah, and that's one of my motivations for doing this stuff is I want to do stuff that's, nice. I'm not interested in running like a city marathon. For me, is my idea of
not.
hell.
Yeah, fine.
It's nice being outside. I love. That's why I do the mountains.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
My favourite mountains are the more wild ones, the ones where you're dropped off in the middle of fucking nowhere. And you're on your own. It's great. Same as the race. Same as the Arctic Spine was so good because you were just in like pure wilderness.
Yeah. Fucking literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So the missus, is she training with you quite a bit?
No, not really. She does her own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes down the gym, does yoga,
Yeah.
rock
You two
climbing.
are climbing at the weekend.
Yeah.
Where's the climbing stuff come in for you?
I want to get better. I'm not that good because I've neglected it forever. So I'm all right climber, but I'm trad climbing, right? So you're putting in your own gear, and I'm not learning. I'm getting into it again and learning to place gear again properly and protect the route and protect my B layer being the main thing, who is now my missus most of the time.
Fresh has just got right up.
Yeah. Whereas a lot of the time, like we climbed, it's called the Runnel. It's like it's a winter climb, so you're with ice axes up ice. It's only like grade 3. It's nothing crazy, and I think I put in 2 pieces of gear. you know. And she's like, putting a lot of gear, do you? And I'm like, well,
we're just getting
because
through it.
mountaineering, when you're pushing on, you just like you put in an ice screw and then you go like 10 meters, maybe put in another one, but you probably just crack on.
Yeah.
You don't. It's just about movement and getting moving because of avalanche risks and all sorts of things. You just progress. So it is a bit more dangerous. But now I'm trad climbing on steeper stuff.
Yeah.
You need to do. Yeah. So we're going now we've moved where we are. An hour and a half, man. I'm in the Peak District.
I know.
Go to Lake District. Go to Wales. There's so much, and it's amazing. So we can do it.
How are you finding the spots then? Like where to climb? So
we know.
You just know them.
Yeah. So UKC, UK Climbing, has a website. You can go on there and you go on the Peak District. It'll give you a load of crags, maps, everything.
All I've got to remember is the Roaches when we used to.
Yeah, the Roaches, yeah.
It's really nice spot.
Yeah, amazing.
Just like nice little walk in.
Yeah, and Stanage.
You can still get around it.
There's so many awesome places to climb.
Yeah.
All I'd say is if you haven't climbed before, is get a guide and someone to take you out.
Yeah.
Or join a club, which is I'm part of a club and I normally meet with all of them and people are there and there's varying degrees and some people have learned how to train people and that really helps.
Yeah.
If you're going to get into that type of stuff.
I'm definitely get back. We've got a wall in. So podcast guests, walk us through a little bit more detail, the podcast, what you're looking for, who have you just had on, who have you got coming up, how do people find it?
Yeah, so Atomic Rambo podcast.
Yeah.
Obviously, my company's called Atomic Rambo Coaching, so it's just an offshoot of that. I've just had Andy Keevy on, who is also a coach. I met him doing my coach training.
Yeah.
Former army lad, got kicked out of the army, went raving a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, was on Gulf War One, sorted himself out. No drink, no drugs, really sorted all that out. He's really, he's an inspirational dude. And, he didn't stop till he was like 50.
Really?
So he's been hammering hard for a long time.
Yeah.
And, he's managed to
Still
and now he does loads in the mountains. He's in the Lake District all the time walking. So here's a guest I had on yesterday. Brilliant guy. That'll come out in a couple of weeks. And then I've got one of my next guests is a guy called Alex Riley, phenomenal rock climber.
Right.
I can't remember the name of his Instagram handle. It's like how to climb. It's like amazing.
Yeah. Early in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pick it up.
Yeah. I met him doing like an advanced rigging job. He's just great. So, and I want to get into the minds of people like that who can climb. He climbs like E7. And that's like, not a lot of protection.
Like a wall, isn't it?
Mate. Yeah. I mean, I can't even understand climbing that level.
Yeah, no.
Because it's, when you see my mountaineering partner just recently, he was soloing some like E2s, I think. And I was watching that like.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But E7s.
Yeah, E1 is what I remember. That was like my peak, but fuck, it's 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just, and I talked to Alex about it, and he's like, "Oh, I've got mate," he's like, "Oh yeah, but my mate's climbing E9," and everyone,
yeah,
and it's to him, he doesn't see it as crazy, but for me, I'm like,
going to be built differently though, physically.
Yeah, he's a lot skinnier.
Yeah,
than me. Yeah. He's just a fantastic rock climber. They're normally a lot smaller. So guys like that. Then I've got a guy called Frank coming on who's a mudlarker.
A what?
A mudlarker.
What's that?
They find things in the Thames, like old ornaments and all kinds of mad things. Yeah, they're called mudlarkers. Yeah,
right.
Mudlarking. Fantastic. I went to an exhibition in London, and there's just stuff from like medieval times that they're like locks and.
So how does he get? So when Thames is down, he's in the fucking.
They're in the mud picking things out. Got like rose pins, like from people's hair, like all kinds of things. A million pipes, old pipes that people had, like little figurines, guns, like.
Mad.
It is mental because the mud preserves everything.
Yeah, I bet,
and everything's like perfect.
Mud
old cogs
larking.
from ships and.
So what's he coming on to talk about mudlarking?
Yeah, he's coming on to talk about mudlarking.
How did you find out about that then?
He's a tree climber. I know him through that, but he's just a fascinating dude.
Yeah.
He's also a phenomenal tree climber. That's the thing. He's like an elite level tree climber. He's brilliant.
I love it.
But he has this side offshoot and stuff like that, which I find really interesting.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But the point of that is that you can be a bit of a savage like Frank is, and have a hobby.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be all like crazy and
Yeah.
training all the time. Like you can have like
the
normal
spectrum
hobbies
of interests
and
can be vast.
That's kind of the point and what I find fascinating about him. Who else I got on? Some policemen like
Ooh, I'm joking.
but policemen who have left.
Fine, even better.
And talk about the issues with the service, firemen,
That's
same
all
thing.
interesting. I've got a conversation of this actually with
a
fire brigade talking about. He's one of the only serving firefighters with leukemia.
Okay, bloody hell.
Ain't mad.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, but dude, like under control.
Yeah.
We're talking obviously offline. We talked about the whole partner program that's firing back up to do with it, like the service trying to ensure that there's some sort of testing. I mean, the fire service alone realised they've understood that you should only wear kit once into a fire. I mean, what?
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Carcinogenic risk is fucking through the roof.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah.
So some service stuff then. So it's outside the military.
Outside the military, then I know a lot of people who've got like disabled kids, for example, who are just unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's a big thing for me. So get them on because they're like some of the most inspirational people I know.
Massively. Dealing with a friend of mine, not disabled as such, but highly autistic. In fact, he's got the biggest autism dad podcast. And you just I always just come to work with him. He's one of my oldest friends, but just think, my fucking struggles. Like, I haven't even got kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
And also, it's their long-term. What I find interesting is their long-term planning. Like they've really fucking thought it out. You know,
resilience is through the roof.
Yeah.
Especially holding relationships down at the same time when there's added stress. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so just interviewing people like that. And obviously, I've got a few friends from the military, some guys with incredible bravery medals, some guys that didn't get bravery medals that probably should, which is, like most of my troop probably should have got one.
Yeah.
yeah, I know people from all across the board.
Yeah.
Special Forces guys. So there will be a bit of that.
Nice.
But yeah, really, it's just anyone that's kind of gone through something, how they've got round it,
Yep.
and what they have learnt from that, and what people can take away from it. So it's just making sure there is like something that people can take away from every guest.
Yeah.
Whether it's getting outside more and hearing someone talk about when someone's like fascinated with the mountains and stuff makes people go, do you know what? I want a bit
why?
of that.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
And then obviously when you edit it, you're going to be
Yeah.
showing people the things.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that link of conversation, thought, oh, fucking, that looks nice.
Yeah.
I agree. What would you... So we're starting to move into the bright nights, mate. Already my mood's changed. I've been out doing the push bike move VO2 a couple of points, just on some really what I thought were like steady dog walk cycles. But what would you be advising people now of coming out of feeling a little bit shitty through the winter? What would be
Seasonal
three
affective
core?
disorder.
Yeah, that's it. What's it called?
Seasonal affective disorder.
Fucking easy.
Sad.
What would be a couple of the core foundation pieces to be focusing on now?
So I've got a couple of people I'm working with who I'm getting to go out in the sun early in the morning and do 15 minutes of moving.
Right.
Or once they get up.
Yeah.
And that is making a massive difference.
I bet. And why? Just for those.
Why
who
it's
might
just
know.
taking on the sun.
The vitamin D response is
Yes,
massive.
it's that, but I think it's also the psychological effect that it has. Just seeing the sun in the morning, either sitting there or doing some movement or going for a little walk seems to have a way bigger effect
Yeah.
than many other things. Like I work with some people who are on antidepressants, and we're trying to get people off antidepressants.
Yeah.
And they are reporting back, but going on a walk, just a walk, either after work or before, or walking the dog, has way more and we're jotting down the scores of what they would give taking the pills and how they feel during the day to how they feel going on a walk.
Yeah.
And the difference is massive.
Massive. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about compounding that over time. So building on that. Oh, well, actually, when I went for a walk, so I can go to the doctor and up my depression medication, or I could exercise a bit more.
And I suppose the
which
more they
has a
see
better
it, the more
knock-on.
confidence.
That's my point.
It's the new pill.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
well, I
they
know this
need,
works.
but the big thing is you need to be held accountable. So I'll get people send me a thumbs up when I know they've done their 15 minutes in the morning. Now it sounds like such a small thing, but when you've got someone and they're like, well, me and Dan spoke about this and it's really important. So they'll send me a thumbs up. I know they've done it. And then after the week's done, we have a big check-in, not a big check-in, but a check-in, and they'll be like, yeah, fucking, I feel so much better just from doing that. And I'm
then
like,
that
well, then we
reinforces
can build
behaviour.
into something bigger.
Yeah. You start to reinforce a foundation of behaviour, don't you?
Yeah. And there was a point of Andy on the podcast yesterday is he quit drinking. He went on a walk in the Lake District and he's like, I'm not going to drink again. So what he did was he did the thing that he knew stopped him from drinking, which was going walking more. So now he's doing like all the Wainwrights. There's like 200 odd, he's 115 in or something like that. He's just knocking them off.
Yep.
But it's kept him on the straight and narrow. And he feels incredible for it.
Yeah.
It can be something. And for me, when I quit drinking, it was I booked a triathlon and that stopped me.
you.
And then I booked an Ironman. And then by the time I'd done the Ironman, I look back and I'm like, well, there's fucking no need for me to drink now.
Yeah,
Because
well, your year's gone.
it's
and
gone,
you're like,
yeah.
You reinforced you're in some great physical shape.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the work. So if someone's feeling all doom and gloom and they're just sitting there scrolling through your phone, just go outside and have a walk. To start with.
Yeah.
And then you can build on something bigger then.
Yeah. How important do you think having a hobby is?
I think it's quite important to do something that's outside of work. I think you can get suckered in to just work. That hobby can be the gym, I believe.
Yep.
It's never been my thing, but I know people that are very content, go down the gym regularly, do quite a lot down the gym, which is great. I think it's quite important. One of the reasons I started doing what I'm doing was because I wasn't using my brain enough.
Yep.
And now I'm doing what I'm doing. I have to use my brain. And I'm, the same as training in EMDR. It's quite intense.
Yeah, I bet.
I noticed when I was doing tree work that, I was using my brain a bit, but I got so proficient at autopilot all the time. And I wasn't... So one of the pillars that I go through with my clients is learning and improvement, basically.
Yeah.
And I noticed that basically I wasn't improving in any way. I was just doing what I was doing all the time, doing it well, no problem. But I wasn't gaining any knowledge, and I wasn't... So I think if a hobby can start using the thing that you're not using at work, then that's quite a good thing.
So this already documented in grey matter. You lose it unless you're using it. So, and that comes from a position of stretching. So learning something new, a new skill, new hobby. I have to, if I reflect, it's probably why you said people say I'm addicted to scrolling. I'm not. If I realise I'm not, I just like I sat there, I tried to...
You like learning stuff.
I fucking love it now.
Only
in a medium of these short reels, it'll put me into a knowledge loop, and then I'm like, oh, that's fucking
then you're on a train.
then I'm fucking a mile deep in a little fucking inch-wide wormhole. But I'd agree. And then in the absence of it, I just feel bored, I think, which is... It's so weird to be able to recognise when I'm doing it.
I tried with podcasts, and some I do learn. Like, someone sent me a really good one the other day, and I listened to it. I think I got suckered in at the beginning to the big podcasts, which I didn't learn anything off, and I found it not relatable.
Yeah.
Although they're entertaining and I enjoy them, I wasn't learning anything.
Yeah.
I've managed slowly. People have sent me some more interesting stuff, which I do learn from. But then books... I learn a lot from books. I struggle to read, a bit like yourself. Yeah. But then an audio book, I eat it up.
But I'm not driving anymore, so I fucking lost my... I forgot how valuable I commute 2 hours either side of the day to somewhere. It's 4 hours I was listening to something.
That's why obviously I run a lot.
So
I can listen to stuff when I run, which is quite good.
Yeah.
It's like double-edged sword then, because it takes my mind away from...
From the pain.
However, when I race, I normally don't listen to any music, so I have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to... Some people can't run without music.
I couldn't.
But when you're like 4 days in or 8 days in, headphones don't last that long. Yeah. I'm not going to spend the whole time charging them up.
Charge your headphones up.
So, there's a balance there, but I think it's important to be learning something regularly. Yeah. And it's one of the things that I've noticed with new clients come in. We do like this thing called the Wheel of Life. Really simple, but it has all aspects of your life.
Right.
You number them from 1 to 10. 1 being you're doing terrible, 10 being fantastic.
Fine.
And we normally go through, and the learning piece is always relatively low for most people because they're in their job, they're just working.
Normal, yeah.
And it is.
Yeah, there's the fruits for me.
Yeah, 100%.
100% realise there's a fruit.
But most people aren't
agreed, yeah.
learning.
And I wouldn't even... I don't know how I've come to make it. I think because I know what I can... Do you know, I would definitely like to have a drink, mate. I could fucking drink all weekend. It's definitely help for me. But if I look, like, the times when I'm doing it is when I'm fucking probably mind-numbingly bored. Or probably I'd just stop learning so much.
Yeah.
Or broadening my perspective. That's what I'm learning. I just love hearing different people's perspectives. I do.
Before COVID... I wasn't learning anything new. It was only when COVID happened,
right,
that I started learning.
And was there
actually? It was before COVID. I broke my shoulder.
Yeah,
and I was like, shit. Like, I'm a tree climber.
Yeah, good, not that good.
And anyway, I was fine and had it all repaired and everything. But I started learning new things, and then when COVID happened, then I was like, I better learn something else here. And then we had a big fire, and I lost someone robbed us. They caused a fire, and I lost like 150 grand's worth of kit overnight on my birthday in 2020. And I was like, you need to start learning some other stuff just in case tree work's not going to be your future. And then I decided to eventually end it. But what I would say to people is you don't need some traumatic massive event to happen to start learning. It's only by chance that happened to me, and it did change my life completely, learning new stuff. And quitting drink.
I believe the learning's is ever more important with the way how fucking fast the landscape's changing.
100%. Yeah, because it's fast now.
Like beyond. Like you walked in a conversation, we talk about AI, so we put OpenClaw in, and then 2 days later, fucking Claude's blocked it, and Anthropic's copied it and bought it, and I'm like, I just sat with him the other day and said, fucking, it is just, then ChatGPT bought 6 things out, and Perplexity bought something else out within a week, mate, and it's just a pissing match. There's that much money there, they're moving that quick. It's does the work for itself.
Yeah.
But what I've just realised is like, well, just being near it, and because I don't think you can keep up with it.
No,
life's too busy. Makes me feel a little bit more at ease, because the world's fucking changing.
Well, you just need like a general understanding
100%
of what's there that
an
you
application.
can use an application.
There's going to be those that can, that those that can't, and that fucking gap's going to be massive. It's not like the internet when your grand doesn't know.
Yeah, you're either going to have to pay someone an enormous amount of money to do it, or you're going to have to learn enough to be able to.
100%.
Yeah.
And the gap is going to be massive, and it'll only get bigger. I personally, this is only my opinion, liken it to the wealth gap, but fucking worse.
Yeah.
Even worse. It will cement, well, I don't know, you end up in this fucking, what is it, economic living, fucking everyone gets the same money, whatever it is, because I don't see how eventually, but yeah. Right, finally, before we go, and I'll wrap this up, mate, for this time, diet food. We talked about, like, you're doing an awful lot of things.
I'd
say. So there's a
terrible.
terrible question, but at the same time, mate, you're in shape.
Yeah.
You are useful. You can perform.
Yep.
What does, this is to give people some value.
I have a lot of people clearly go into nutrition in quite a big way, right? And they eat healthy. I would say I generally eat relatively healthy.
Well, let's go for it. Let's not put labels on it, mate, because I had a Mackey's yesterday, mate. I love them. And you look physically okay. Let's get into the deal. What's a daily bit of food look like?
So 3 Weetabix with sultanas in the morning.
Old school. Yeah.
This is what I mean. I'm old school. Lunch, like yesterday, I had a salad that the missus knocked up with chicken.
Yeah.
But that's not an everyday occurrence. Sometimes it will be a bacon sandwich.
Oh, I love a bacon sandwich.
Yeah. But generally, if I have something like that, which is quite big, I mean, we're talking like a salad.
Yeah.
With a lot of chicken. That'll actually sort me.
Okay.
Then a coffee.
Yeah.
Then we get like what's it called? Hello Fresh or something in. And we'll eat that. Right. And then I'll normally have to have a sandwich or something after.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then I eat a load of chocolate.
Love it.
Yeah, and I normally have a yogurt.
Love a yogurt, mate. I'm on the big ones out of Lidl at the moment. They've got 50 grams of protein. Yeah. They're really tall. It's like more of like a thick yogurt it is. Fucking love it.
I like pasta. I like chicken, beef.
And if you think like what's not unhealthy,
I just eat a lot of it. I just have quite big quantities.
Yeah.
And then I've gone through periods of being terrible. Like when I did tree work, it was like garage sandwiches all the time.
BLT.
Yeah.
Some crisps.
That's quite a while ago now. I'm trying to get a bit better, but sometimes I get into that bad habit.
Yeah, let's talk specifics then, because that's not life standard, normal, anything that's miles away. It's fucking, if you tick through there, the macros, it's quite good. Seems balanced.
And I have loads of veg, loads of like I'm not.
So and do you feel differently when you really by your own measure of going from good to not so good, as if we just use those terms? So I don't even think.
Yes, I feel groggier if I don't eat that well.
Yeah, and when you're not eating well, all we're really moving is micronutrition.
Yeah.
So greens, veg.
Yeah.
That's probably what goes. Yeah, and I think that's the piece with me. It's like everyone can overcomplicate this quite a bit. And
I'm a simple dude, so I try and keep things proper simple. Yeah.
I think if we just understand macronutrients, carbs, fats, proteins will give you the energy, repair tissue, keep you going. The micronutrition, which is in all the nice looking stuff, which is vitamins, minerals, that keeps your immune system support up. You're looking good, feeling great.
And one thing I would add is in the morning when I have breakfast, I have a vitamin C tablet.
Yeah.
A multivitamin.
Yeah.
endure,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then whatever drinks, I have a particular. So I have one of your Lyfelinez Hydro.
Yeah.
When I run,
Fine.
sometimes before, sometimes after. It depends what's going on.
So there's 14 vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, and that in there as well. So that's an
Yeah.
addition. I think here's the subtle stuff. It's not, you're not going out your way to live like a fucking guru, or like it's not limiting.
No, not at all.
But if we've just gone through a fairly normal, accessible, easy to do diet that's keeps you interested, isn't fucking micromanaging and cooking plates and shit in pots.
I'm just never going to be that way.
But I don't, and I think my advocate, I've been in the industry
Also
a
not a
while.
professional athlete. So.
Debatable. But then this is where do you cater for this? But I think what I'm more interested in trying to share a message of, doesn't have to be
No, I agree.
gym bro, fucking powders, weighing it all.
Yeah.
It's all just get out there, stop being worried about it, just do something, get used to how your body feels. I had the Mackies yesterday. I felt fucking terrible after it. I really did. And that's only got worse. I never used to when I was younger. I'm going to be more susceptible.
And now you definitely feel,
Fucking felt hanging. Like really groggy. Stomach's all to bits. But who cares?
But then the other thing is I also don't drink, do I?
No.
And that is a big change for me. So I probably used to carry maybe a little bit more. I've always been strong because I was always climbing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't running or doing anything. I just climbed, did work, but I was drinking quite a lot.
Yeah.
I've never been fat. I've always been relatively in shape. But I definitely was carrying a bit more fat than that.
Yeah.
And I think that was just beer.
100%. So I learned
But
this.
now I don't have it.
Yeah, exactly, which is a massive removal. I think it's a double-edged sword. We had Will Foden on talking about this last year. Because it becomes its own calorie.
Yeah.
So if you're turning and creating a calorie whilst then stopping, you're burning the existing fat source you've got. It's like double bubble.
Yeah.
Which I find fucking fascinating.
Yeah, and it's I was amazed when I stopped drinking how quickly I got stronger.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
Like recovery, and it doesn't mean I carry a lot of niggles because I do loads of miles.
Peptides, baby.
Yeah, well, that's what you were talking to me about, and that's what I mean by keep things super simple. Like when I think about it, I think my granddad was a really, really good time trialist on the bike.
Right.
Right, he'd do like 12 hours solid,
hell.
Averaging just under 30 mile an hour type of thing, just like hammering. And all he did was eat a lot.
Mate,
I think I've just kind of followed in his footsteps a bit. And he used to be a power lifter.
Yeah.
He was really good, super strong for his size. And he always said to me, don't ever lift weights. All right. He's like, you'll get massive, you'll get super strong, and you'll ruin your back. And he was like, just do what you're doing. And I think I always just took that on. So in the Marines, when everyone's lifting, I was always just running.
Yeah.
And it always put me in better stead than everyone. So I always just listened to my granddad, and he always ate shitloads. So I just done that.
But when your fucking output's high, I think the other thing, they showed a picture of people on a beach in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Everyone looked ripped.
Everyone looked fucking.
Well, they didn't look ripped. They looked like what everyone should look like.
Just normal people, yeah.
Yeah.
Healthy, like, and I seen another one of like, was it the red carpet shit with all the old actors? You're like, everyone did look really fucking.
Well,
healthy.
the interesting thing now is if you were poor, I come from a poor background, right? If you were poor, like when my granddad was younger, you were skinny, you had a 6-pack, whereas now. Yeah. If you're poor,
you fucking the food,
you're fat.
Liquid calories.
Not everyone, but majority. Yeah, because of the food is cheaper and you're
less nutritious, and it's sad, mate. It's fucking sad. Went to the rugby on Sunday and just this fucking kid. He's got fucking massive love handles. His mum's giving his kind of fucking Sprite kind of bag.
Yeah, it's
bag
really
of
bad.
Haribo, and you're just like really nice to see him having a great time. But I'm like, what the fuck? Like his fucking shirt was like he was bigger than me.
Yeah.
And probably
like
10, 12 years. I honestly really do think it is.
There are some people that... I've got some mates who are bigger
Yeah,
they're so strong, like rugby players and stuff like that. There
Agreed.
are certain people who are big
Yeah,
and
you can be
carry
thick set and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
we also know. Well, look at Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall did that test on the documentary. He was in great shape.
Yeah, he's.
But he was thick, and you could have said, "But look what he's doing." But I believe my thing there, and it's listen. We could lean it away from it, and people generally do. Fuck it. If you've got a fat kid, it's child abuse. I want to say it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's horrendous.
Yeah.
I really do. You're not. It's a fucking road to getting bullied, lack of self confidence, fucking
Yeah, and
health
my
issues.
not that I ever think like my brothers haven't done the same thing as me, but they're fit looking blokes, like
Yeah.
you know. So we're obviously like that kind of way. But my grandma took me running when I was 7, you know, and I've been long distance running since.
Yeah, and
I had a big gap when I had PTSD and I was an alcoholic, basically. But that set me up.
yeah, you've got a foundation. You know, like,
Yeah.
as soon as I started switching it back on, you're like, it's still there. I think though, the problem is when you're in your head, I feel shit. I'm like, oh god, never going to be as good as that. Anyway, I've got to appreciate that. It's never happening.
It's like me going out. It's like me going out yesterday. I did a 44-minute 10K. I was blowing out my arse.
Yeah.
And then I think I used to do 31 minutes. And I'm like, and don't get me wrong, that was a hard 31 minutes.
Yeah, mate, I was at 31, but I'm not sure I could even do 55.
Yeah.
So it's the same.
No, I get that,
weird.
yeah. And then my missus is like, Dan, that's fast. And I'm like,
You won't. Doesn't change you.
But I'm also fully aware that I think the likelihood of me being able to run 31 minutes ever, unless someone's paying me to train every day, which they're not, then I'm never going to get to that. And that's fine. I've got no problem with that. But I think there's a psychological barrier of 40 minutes and under. And
Right.
if I'm not easily hitting 40 minutes and under, I'm like, bloody hell, man.
Okay, yeah, but I think that's realistic, healthy mind.
I can do under 40 minutes.
Yeah, I like
that.
that.
Will be possible.
Yeah.
But when you start getting in the early 30s again, I'd be surprised. I think I could do it, but my body makeup, I think it would take some time.
Yeah.
For me to train. I'd have to lose quite a lot
What's
of weight.
the sacrifice? And then
Yeah.
is it the
Well, then it's the why.
yeah, the what?
Is there any reason for me to be able to run that
Sacrifice
fast?
life.
And there isn't.
No, exactly.
No. There is a requirement for me to be able to run 215 miles in August.
Yeah.
But that means me just churning out the miles, getting the legs strong, staying strong. And that's why the strength training after my runs is so important. When I started strength training, I used to have a PT when I lived in Brighton. When I started doing that, that quit and drink. So strength training regularly, quitting the drink, and then coupling that with lots of running miles made a massive difference.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially if, as you get to our age,
Yeah.
you need to stay strong to keep that going.
Yeah.
That was really important.
And if you talk about now all-cause mortality, leg strength,
Yeah, leg
one of the
strength.
leading ones,
Yeah.
total muscle mass, second, like, you're looking at my mum now, 68, and she's about to go in for ops. You think it's the subtle things of like, oh, she's going to come out, she's going to degrade even quicker. So I
Yeah.
want to walk into the 60s, 70s with as much muscle mass as I
Yeah.
fucking possibly can.
And my granddad's 85 and he goes out on his bike every day.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Don't get me wrong, he's had hip operations, he's had all sorts, but he still gets out on
There
his
was
bike
less
every day.
knowledge back then and understanding how to manage yourself.
Yeah, he's got asbestos on the lungs, like he's a plumber, like
Yeah,
all
but
kinds of
asbestos, mate. It wasn't that long ago.
mad.
What the fuck? Look, mate, it's been good as ever.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Big takeaway here is your why.
Massively.
Anything to add to that, mate, before we just shut it down?
No, just get out there and do stuff, especially now the sun's shining.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I think you should be going out in all weathers. I think I love the rain. I think it's
Said it on Saturday. We played golf, and I was just
get
stood in
out
the
there.
Brolly, and I was quite liking just. It's like being on the floor with your waterproof. You just listen to the rain. I quite like it. We sat there on the
Yeah.
fucking 8th hole, and I just thought it's not too
Yeah.
bad. Skin's waterproof. You'll be dry, but
skin is waterproof. But yeah, people talk about bang for your buck and stuff like that, but just getting out
Yeah.
and doing some exercise, as light as you want or whatever, is gonna have a massive effect on you. Not training and doing anything is just making you go backwards.
100%. So, mate,
Thanks, Dave.
It's been always good to have you on. We look forward to the race across Scotland, and then as always, we'll have you back on, mate.
Sweet.
Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.